Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be taking off this acrylic, and the colored part is actually dip powder, but it's chipping on the sides. I've had it on for a few days, maybe about a week at the most, but it's ready to come off. So I'm just kind of showing you guys the chips on the sides. Kind of bothers me, so we'll take it off today. And then we'll be doing a full set of acrylic, but this is the drill bit that I'll be using. This is a Makartt, I believe that's how you say it, but I got it off of Amazon, and I put the little picture up there for you guys if you're interested. So I'm just going to go ahead and drill this top coat off. And this is my Makartt nail dust collector. I also got this off of Amazon, so I left a picture up there for you guys if you're interested in that. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my drill bit and start taking off this top coat. And when you guys are doing this, make sure you're being extra careful because this is not a safety bit. I normally have safety bits, but this fine drill bit that I have here is really sharp, and it helps go ahead and attack that acrylic so I can, get it off. So I went ahead and switched drill bits to my safety drill bit because I was trying to move a little bit faster. And as you can see, I'm already doing my other hand, and I'm struggling on doing my non-dominant hand. So I'm just fast forwarding all of this. That way you guys don't have to sit through the struggle. Now that I have that all done, I'm actually going to soak the rest of this acrylic off, and I'm just using acetone, pure acetone. You can get this anywhere from, I got mine from CVS. You can go to Walmart, Walgreens, whatever works best for you. So I'm going to sit here and soak my nails until this acrylic's ready to come off. So I've been soaking. As you can see, it's starting to come off, but I'm going to give some extra enforcement and use my triangle bit nail cuticle pusher, which I also got from the nail supply, but you can order it from Amazon or your local nail supply store. So I'm just pretty much going to scrape off as much that will come off. And then I'll probably just file the rest. Alright, so now I'm going to actually use my medium sanding bit. And I'm just going to buff up my natural nails. So just take off the shine and any leftover dip powder or acrylic that I have left on my nails. And this is so that the acrylic will stick. So you just want to go around the cuticle area. That's the most important area. Make sure you don't have any lifting. You don't want to drill too much, just enough to take that shiny layer off. Okay, so now that that's all done, I'm gonna go ahead and put our nail tips on. I'm gonna size my nails and see which one of these nail tips fit the best for each nail. Thank you. Okay, so I cut off the camera so you can't see very well. I'm out of frame right now, but I'm just trying to see which one of these nail tips fit the best. I'm working on staying in frame and working at the same time, so just bear with me. It's not sticking. So I decided to get another nail tip because the first one was not sticking for some reason. And with your nail tips, you just want to make sure they fit from sidewall to sidewall. You don't want to force the nail tip down, because if you do, it could potentially pop off and cause lifting, or the whole nail will pop off. So you would rather it be a little bit too big and just file it down on the sides if you need to, but if not, just make sure it fits from sidewall to sidewall. So now I'm just really holding that nail down to make sure that it's completely secure. And now I will do the same thing for this finger and all the rest of the fingernails. So this is an example of me filing the sides down just because the nail tip wouldn't fit. It was too big or too small. So I just file down the sides to make sure it fits perfectly. So now I'm going to go in with my tip cutter and cut my nails down to my desired length. I don't want to have them too long because I still need to be able to work and everything, but I don't want them to be super short either. So I'm going back in with my medium sanding bit, and that's just going to be to blend where the real nail and the fake nail meets so that it's not lumpy and bumpy. I'm just going to slow it down right here so you guys can really see. I'm blending the tip with the natural nail, and then I'm just going to buff the whole plastic tip. I'm not sure if you have to do that or not, but I like to do it. Okay, so the acrylic monomer and polymer I'm going to be using today is the Entity, and the powder I'm going to be using is the Pinker Pink. I'm excited because this is my first time doing my own acrylic, so this should be interesting. So this is my nail primer that I'm going to be using, and this is Tammy Taylor nail primer. And you typically want to actually use the same brand. So if Entity has a primer, you want to use that primer instead of Tammy Taylor. You typically want to do that to get the best results, but in my case I only have this Tammy Taylor, so that's what I'll be using today. And I'm going to go in and prime each nail and avoid touching the cuticle area or any of the skin around the nail. You just want to strictly get the nail bed, and a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need to use too much. If your brush starts to dry out, feel free to dip again, but just a little bit will be perfect. Okay, so I am struggling again with making sure I stay in frame, but just work with me. So the first bead I'm going to place is going to be right in the middle of the natural nail and where the tip meets. And I'm just going to pat that down and get that nice and smooth and drag it down to the bottom. I really don't like my nails really thick, so I'm trying to use as little bit of product as I need to, enough to get the job done, but I don't like my nails to be too thick. I'm going to place my next bead up above that one, closer to the cuticle area, and just pat that down and drag it as well. So you just want to make sure you keep that cuticle area clean. Make sure you always clean around the cuticle area. I'm going to go in and do the same thing I just did with my pinky to the rest of the nails. Now, just a quick disclaimer. I did discover that I should have added more acrylic towards the tip of the nail because the acrylic was so thin that the plastic tip under the acrylic actually was bending. So after I did this tutorial, I realized that I probably should have put more acrylic down towards the tip of the nail. So I'm just letting you guys know that since you're watching this video. And now I'm actually going to get my nail form and form this pointer finger. I'm gonna actually form the pointer finger on one finger, and then I chipped a nail before I even got to put the acrylic on, so I'm gonna use a nail form on that nail as well. And I'm out of frame once again. I'm sorry, I know you guys didn't really get to see me put the nail form on there, but I can always do a video later on how to do your nail forms. So let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in that. So with this, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing I did with the nail tip. I'm going to actually place the first bead in the middle where the tip would begin and the natural nail will meet each other. And you'll see what I'm saying in just a second. And I'm just going to pat that down. And make sure I keep everything nice and clean. Keep the sides clean. Make sure your free edge is nice and clean. So with the nail forms, you literally apply the acrylic just like you would to a nail tip, except for it's on a nail form. So you just want to try to be as neat as possible so that way you get a crisp shape.
Good.
Okay, so now I'm going to take off my nail forms. The nails should be dry now, or almost dry. This is what they look like after you form them, and we're going to go ahead and go in and file. So you want to start on the sides and make sure that they are even. Do the same amount of strokes on one side that you would do on the other side. And make sure that free edge is nice and crisp to get a nice crisp square shape. In this case, we're going for a tapered square. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with my fine drill bit, and this is just to smooth out the acrylic and to seal the nails as well. So first things first, you're going to want to go around that cuticle and make sure that you can see the natural nail, and that is going to seal the nail. So take your time, just slowly go around the cuticle until you get it. And remember to be extra careful with this sharp drill bit. See how I'm taking my time? Just make sure that you're patient. This whole set took me at least a couple hours to do, so don't rush. Just make sure you do it right. So first I go over the cuticle, and then I go over the entire nail to make sure that the entire nail is nice and smooth, so that way when we lay our gel polish on there, we won't have any lumps or bumps. Now we're gonna go ahead and buff the nails, all of the nails. Buff really good so that way your gel polish sticks to your nails, and so that way you get out any lines that you may have made with the drill bit. The buffer will take out those lines, so that way you won't be able to see it when you're putting your gel polish on. So make sure you buff really good. So this nail is a little thick under, so I'm gonna go under the nail with my drill bit and just take out some of that thickness. So now I'm just spraying all of my nails with alcohol just to cleanse the nails before I put my gel polish on. So now I'm going to be using this top coat as a cleanse-free wipe, non-wipe, top coat. And I'm using my Use Spicy nail lamp. And I'm just going to go ahead and polish all of my nails with this. I'm just doing a clear coat over top of them. I'm not doing any type of color on the acrylic. I just wanted the kind of soft pink look. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and polish each nail with a top coat, with a clear top coat. And then we will be all done. So you want to make sure that when you're polishing the gel polish on, that you don't come in contact with the skin, because that can actually cause the gel to start lifting. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so out of frame. I have to get more practice with this. Just bear with me. So I'm going to take this time to actually clean around my cuticles with acetone, just to make sure that before I put my nails in the lamp that there's no gel on the sides, so that way we don't get any type of lifting. And I am out of frame again. So sorry. So you just want to clean around that cuticle area just to make sure that there's no gel on the skin. We don't want any type of lifting to mess up this beautiful, gorgeous look. Alright, so we're going into the nail lamp for about 60 seconds. And we're all done. We're going to spray some cuticle oil in there and rub it into each fingernail. Make sure we're nice and hydrated from all that acetone. And this is the finished look. Here is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Big Bossy Nails, and make sure that you guys like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell for notifications. Any other suggestions that you guys have, please comment below. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.